Introduce yourself
To you?
to the audience, of course.
Hi, I'm Erika Lewis, and I just played a show at the Jamboree here in London. I have a band in New Orleans called Tuba Skinny, but I'm here doing a really cool collaboration with Stephen Paris and Leonie Evans.
Right. So, okay. So you're very well known for Tuba Skinny. How did you get into music, and how did you get from Tuba Skinny to here?
I just, growing up, I loved music. My dad had a really big vinyl collection, and so I listened to a lot. My mom was a singer, and that's my ride.
Okay.
It's my chauffeur. Yeah, I always loved singing, and did it a lot as a kid. And then I was traveling, and I met the guys in Tuba Skinny in New Orleans. And we started busking.
Did you come from New York?
I did. I grew up in the
So
Hudson
how
Valley.
did you get from New York to?
I was young and I was traveling a lot, and I just sort of ended up there.
Now, I heard that Tuba Skinny did the freight train thing. Is that true? Did they jump on them, or did they just?
A bunch of the guys used to ride freight trains, but as Tuba Skinny, it's too hard bringing.
But you never done it yourself.
I have, but it's not my preferred method of transportation.
obviously not. You know what I mean? But it's sort of like, but you did actually jump on the freight train.
I have.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was
because
too
you
loud
can't-
for me.
You can't do that here. They're all locked up, and the country's not big enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
To
no,
sort
I
of
mean,
like
they're-
work
yeah.
it. So,
Yeah, they're more accessible
But I always
there.
think that is really cool.
Thanks.
So, yeah. So, tell me about. Because you've got a few records out. I think there's one called Walk Around the Sun.
That's my new one, Walk Around the Sun.
So can you tell me why that is called Walk Around the Sun?
It's a song that I wrote. It's one of the first songs that I ever wrote, called A Walk Around the Sun.
And what does it actually mean?
It's a pretty poetic song. Good night. Thank you for coming.
I have to show you this. My friend is so jealous.
With
Tuba
I love
Skinny.
him.
Thank
Chris, you.
I believe Chris Stravitz sold it to me about 40 years ago
Wow,
at
it's a very
the
good
Jazz
condition.
Heritage Fund.
Keep wearing it.
It's been in
So,
my loft
That's
for
very
many
cool.
years.
Well, thank you for wearing it.
I used to come and see you when you used to be with Tuba Skinny.
I still am.
It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very
Thanks
much.
for coming.
It was great.
Good.
Thank
I had
you.
a great time too. Get home
Please
safe.
enjoy London.
See you
and see
again.
all the one.
I will.
A trip
I
on the
am.
river is always recommended.
Fortunately, we don't have enough
Oh,
time.
what's a shame.
Okay.
We'll be back.
But
We'll be
There's
back.
so much to see.
Thank
I
you.
know.
Enjoy
I know.
here.
Thanks, ladies.
First
Bye-bye.
time I've seen you actually with a microphone.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
you know, with Tuba Skinny,
I know. Yeah. It's a relief to have a microphone in front of me. To be honest. I'm like,
thank you.
Geez,
Thank
I'm
you.
trying to get home so I can smoke a fucking cigarette.
No, I know. I
Night-night.
feel you. Bye. Anyhow, Walk Around the Sun, just poetry about, the trials and tribulations of being a human being and loving people and having hard times. And, it's the thing, orbit around the sun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit about busking. I mean, that must have been hard to just turn up somewhere, because I did a band that actually did jump on the trains as well, and also did busking. And they said it was very serious. It was hard for them to be taken seriously as a band because they did busking.
Honestly, I don't. We didn't really experience that, and I think that's why we continued to play together, is because we fell in together, and it's all. Sometimes it's about time and place,
Okay.
and I think it was just like where we came together. We were in New Orleans at this time, right after Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah, now tell me a little bit about that as well, because
Well, it's not a
Hurricane
lot.
Katrina, did you think that changed music in New Orleans?
Absolutely. I mean, it changed, so many things about New Orleans. New Orleans is never going to be the same, but there's still, the spirit is still there. It's just, I mean, it gave an opportunity for a lot of, traveling folks, a lot of folks on Tuba Skinny ended up there around that time and met, and it was kind of like a rebirth in a way of like taking inspiration from the music that is there and was there and making something new with it.
So how do you think?
Collaboration.
How do you think that affected music in New Orleans?
I mean, it just, I think, started a new chapter for music there. Not in a general sense, but just in, you know, like I said, time and place. Music comes out of people coming together at a pivotal time in what's happening, and I think that was, we all just met at a time when things were in flux because there was a big devastating thing, but it was like this time of rebirth, and I feel really grateful to have been a part of that.
So now, Tuba Skinny has been described as ragtime, but your music was more blues. Do you think it was different to Tuba Skinny, or do you think
Tonight?
it's still yeah, tonight? Or,
I mean, Tuba Skinny's really, it's jazz, it's blues, it's ragtime. It's like a very actually eclectic mix of roots music, Americana roots music, and this is more, I think, also a mix of Americana, just drawing from different
In very
parts of it.
gospel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so now I'm trying to keep this short. So
Yeah.
basically, can you tell us the next place you're playing?
Yeah. We're headed up to Stroud to play at the Stroud
Nice.
Jazz Festival tomorrow.
Wow.
And then we're playing a blues dance on a boat in Bristol, also tomorrow night.
That'll be good. That'll
Yeah,
be good.
yeah. And I'm really excited because the end of tour is at this festival called Fire in the Mountain.
Wow.
It's out in Wales,
Wow.
and that should be a good time.
Okay.
Have you been to Ireland? Are you going to Ireland?
I've been to Ireland. I love it there, but this is my first time in this part of the UK.
England, yeah.
This part of the UK, or UK in general, you've been to UK
I've been to
before?
Ireland.
Where
No,
did you play?
but-
Did you play in Ireland?
I played in Dublin once with Tuba Skinny, but I went when I was young.
You
and-
played there with Tuba Skinny?
Years
wow.
ago.
You
yeah.
know Ireland isn't the UK, don't you?
No, I didn't know that.
It isn't. It's only Northern Ireland that's the UK.
Okay, yeah,
That's
see,
the
I'm getting,
Republic.
that's my ignorant American perspective right there.
Well, that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
English people think that as well, so don't worry
Okay,
about
no,
it.
thank you. I'm not gonna make that mistake again. I don't want to embarrass myself.
Okay.
But yeah,
John is Irish.
gotcha.
actually.
Sorry.
Yeah. So,
So yeah,
where do you think you're going in the future?
that's a. Where do you think you're going in the future?
I've got no bleeding idea.
Neither do I. So I can't.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. Where would you like to go in the future?
Oh, okay. I would like to do what I'm doing right now. More.
More?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
like to play every night, or
No,
you'd like to do it
I
bigger?
would like
or-
it to be, successful. I would like to be able to support myself and thrive through my own music, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Right, now, John, at this point, I say, John, would you like to ask some questions?
Yeah, I mean, are you still gonna play with Tuba Skinny? and that?
Yeah. I've never stopped. We still tour together a few times a year.
I know one of the guys that have played with Tuba Skinny, Ewan Bleach,
Yeah, I know.
talented guy, man.
Very.
What do you think?
Plays
of him?
here a lot. What do I think of him?
Yeah, as a musician.
Oh, I think he's amazing.
Yeah,
I
so
really
talented,
appreciate him. Yeah, very much. And,
He used to have a club, the Cakewalk Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen
Yeah,
him
he's
there.
great. Well, I gotta be
Because
going, you guys.
actually, I just want to say one thing.
What?
When I looked you up, it said you were a bass drum player,
Cool.
and it didn't have a singer in there. But basically, you sing, you play the guitar. So, like, can you play any other instruments?
No,
No, that's it.
That's
Well,
it.
That's, I think that's enough.
I think
And
so.
I love the way you play the bass drum because you actually sat on it because they're all sitting down and you're playing. That's amazing. How did that develop?
Because I was standing up and playing it like a marching drum
Yeah.
while singing.
And then you just got
I just
knackered
got a little
afterwards.
tired, yeah.
Yeah,
So I
right.
sat down. So.
Yeah, okay.
That's it.
Well, thank you very much.
You're
You've
welcome.
been very kind. Thank you for
Thank
the
you.
interview.
Thanks for coming to the show.
That's well, obviously, if you're there, we're going to be there.
All right. Well, I'll be
Okay.
back. So
Yeah.
see you guys next
Fantastic.
time. Thanks,
Thank
hon.
you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's a pleasure.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Thank you.
No problem.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Best of luck. See you
Bye.
later, my friend.